Battle is taking place on a 2x2 board in the downtown restaurant district. Two of the Stargazer's crew are delayed, and there's Serafina and Zarak, and they're coming up against 5 of the converted acquisition, which are in the bottom left corner. A sense of foreboding hangs in the air as the crew of the Stargazer find themselves on the brink of a confrontation with a scouting force of converted acquisition. Bustling downtown district, once filled with the laughter of patrons and the aroma of delectable cuisine, now takes on an ominous tone. The crew move forward cautiously through the narrow streets, eyes alert for any sign of danger. Shadows dance along the walls, hinting at the presence of the cyborg scouts that lurk nearby. Knowing that the outcome can possibly shape the fate of planet Strix, every step they take brings them closer to confrontation. Rixton seizes the initiative and squeaks, "Let me at them!" And with his base move of 6, dashes forward to engage in combat. With a sudden burst of speed, the scouting force of the converted acquisition emerged from the shadows, their metallic bodies glinting ominously in the dim light. Like predators on the hunt, they dash forward, their movements surprisingly fluid and precise. The air crackles with anticipation as their red eyes burn with a fierce determination. In a display of deadly agility, they close in on their targets, their cybernetic enhancements propelling them forward. Alistair spots the advancing converted acquisition, his eyes narrowing with focus. He moves behind a pile of crates, clutching his infantry laser rifle tightly. Peering out, he aims carefully at the oncoming cyborgs and squeezes the trigger. He swears under his breath. His shot missed its mark, the laser beam veering off harmlessly into the distance. Ethan moves forward, seeking cover behind the corner of a sturdy building. Gripping his blaster rifle firmly, he peers around the corner, takes aim and fires, unleashing a barrage of blaster fire. A surge of elation fills Ethan as one of his shots hits its mark, momentarily stunning the cyborg. Hex 7, with its 6 agile legs, advances alongside its captain, moving forward with mechanical grace. Its robotic form positioned firmly beside Captain Alistair, it scans the surroundings, its senses analysing the threat, ready to provide crucial support. Hex 7, calculating with precision, takes aim and fires, but its shot misses its mark, the enemy evading the projectile. Undeterred, the robotic companion recalibrates its targeting systems, ready for another attempt. Meanwhile, Rixton, the seasoned tactician, swiftly dashes around the back of a nearby garage, utilizing stealth and agility to flank the enemy from behind. With a determined gleam in his eye, Rixton prepares to unleash a surprise attack, catching the enemy off guard. The scouting force of the converted acquisition advanced into the recently abandoned plaza, their mechanical footsteps echoing through the desolate space. The once vibrant hub of activity now lay deserted, a ghostly reminder of the bustling life that once thrived there. The cyborgs' red eyes scan the surroundings, sensors on high alert, as they move with calculated precision, their presence casting an eerie shadow over the remnants of what was once a thriving gathering place. As the cyborgs advance, their enhanced sensors detect a subtle disturbance, alerting them to the presence of the heroes. Their glowing red eyes lock onto their hidden crew, their cold calculations processing the imminent threat. The converted acquisition unleashed a volley of projectiles targeting Ethan with lethal precision, but luck was on his side as the shots missed, connecting with the wall in front of him. The cyborgs quickly shift their aim, firing at Alistair, but once again their shots failed to find their mark. Ethan's eyes flare with excitement. This is a worthy battle. Gripping his weapon tightly, he retaliates with a torrent of return fire, only to see shots go wide. With a burst of speed and calculated audacity, Hex 7 dashes out into the open, hoping to divert the attention of the cyborgs. Its mechanical presence catches the eye of the cyborgs, but their focus remains undeterred. Their targeting systems are locked on the primary targets, fresh bodies. Amidst the chaos, an unheard command resonates within the ranks of the converted acquisition, compelling them to abandon their cover and surge across the street towards the heroes. In a frenzied exchange of fire, their shots miss Ethan and Hex 7, leaving them unscathed. However, Captain Alistair Vandermeer is not as fortunate. Struck by an enemy blast, he crumples to the ground, his form motionless, sending shockwaves of alarm through the hearts of his comrades. Ethan swiftly retaliates, his precise aim finding its mark with a deadly shot, bringing down one of the cyborgs. Hex 7's metallic form whirred with calculated precision as it unleashed a barrage of energy projectiles at the same cyborg. With a well-aimed shot, it struck true, pushing the enemy back with force. The impact sent the cyborg stumbling, momentarily disrupting its advance. Seraphina, fueled by her unwavering faith, swiftly moved to Alistair's side, her concern evident in her eyes. Determined to aid her captain, she focused her efforts on providing immediate medical assistance. With agility born from his frontier gang background, Rixton dashed around the back of the garage, skillfully maneuvering into position. Concealed behind the wall, he crouched low, anticipation coursing through his veins. He waited for the opportune moment, eyes locked on the advancing cyborg, heart pounded with adrenaline, bracing for the imminent clash. Rixton's eyes blazed with determination as he abandoned his cover and charged across the open square towards the cyborg. With agile leaps and calculated maneuvers, he closed the distance swiftly, his movements a blur of speed. His weapon gripped tightly, he launched himself at the enemy. X7's targeting systems lock onto a cyborg, and with a precise shot, it brings the enemy down, neutralizing the threat. As Seraphina valiantly positioned herself to shield Alistair from harm, an unrelenting cyborg pressed forward, its shots piercing through her defences, striking her with precision. Overwhelmed by the impact, Seraphina crumbles to the ground, incapacitated. Misinterpreting a command, Hex 7 veered away from the battlefield, drawn towards an intriguing anomaly in the distance. A cyborg closed in on Ethan, its shots aimed at him, but fortune favoured him as they missed their mark. With a purposeful step, the cyborg advanced towards Rixton, engaging in a fierce melee exchange. Blades clashed, but their strikes cancelled each other out, leaving both combatants relatively unscathed. The battle rages on between Rixton and the unyielding cyborg. Rixton's strike lands true, but to his dismay, it fails to inflict any significant damage. Seeing the crumpled forms of Alistair and Seraphina, Zarek dashes behind the building. With an angry snarl, Drake fires, hitting the cyborg right between the eyes, killing it. In a relentless duel, Rixton's persistence prevails as he strikes the final blow, ending the cyborg's threat. As the echoes of battle subside, Rixton's realization dawns upon him. The enemy lay defeated. Silence engulfing the once tumultuous scene. Alistair slowly regained consciousness, his senses returning to him. As he assessed his surroundings, a wave of relief washed over him. Despite the chaos, he discovered that he was unharmed.